have a cheat day at all. And within 8 to 10 months, I lost about 6 or 7 kgs, and then from then on it became such an addiction because I saw the results on the field. I felt quicker, I felt lighter, felt more focused, and then I was like, man, this is the path I want to walk. It was before all of this happened. This was when I played for the country, and then I was left out, and for 13 months I wasn't selected again, and then it became sort of a madness that I want to get back up. I want to get back into the team, and then, you know, those 13 months, I was so focused. I was so focused that I want to get back. I want to get back into the team, and my performances were such that the selectors could not ignore me after a while. So eventually I got my chance again, and luckily I've never been out of the team since. This was actually end of 2012 actually, when we came back from Australia, and I figured out the difference or the gap that we have with other countries. And I thought if we don't change the way we are playing, or I don't change the way I'm playing, or the way I'm training, or thinking, or, you know, eating, I can never be among the best players in the world. And there's no point in just competing if you don't want to be the best. So I wanted to be the best version of myself, and then I based everything around that vision. And then my training, my diet, my approach towards the game, everything changed. And I know that I wasn't the most skilled sports person when I came in, but the only thing that's been constant is working hard on myself and my game. And that was the time I realized, well, if the Indian team has to be the best team in the world, we need to go ahead in a certain manner. I didn't feel that, you know, when I walked into play, there was any kind of fear or respect in the opposition's corner. So I felt like I don't want to walk into the field thinking, or the opposition thinking, oh, this is just a, you know, just a pushover. Don't worry about this guy. He's going to do no damage to us, and he's just playing just like another player in the team and stuff. I wanted to make an impact. I knew that I have the ability to make my team win, and I wanted to be that version of myself where if I walk in, I wanted teams to think like, we need to get this guy out, or else we're going to lose the game. So I thought, if I can't have that impact on my team, then I'm not doing justice to, you know, where I am. And if I don't want to be that guy, there's something wrong in my head. Either I've accepted being you know, lower than what I should be, or I just don't have enough drive in me. So I said, I'm going to unlock my max potential and achieve what I should be.
Straight six down the grounds to the back.
कि मेरा मुंह मत खुलवाओ, तो समझ जाना कि आपके खानदान का सुंदरकांड का पाठ शुरू होने वाला है। अगर आपकी पत्नी जब भी ये बोले कि मेरा मुंह मत खुलवाओ, तो समझ जाना
I can't. I see myself.
Okay.
I mean, I see.
No, just see. Wait. Integrated virtual camera.
Yeah, my video is on.
Yeah, your video we can see. Where is our video? முன்னாடி வந்துருதே.
Your video is not coming. I see myself twice on your. Yeah, I see now. I see myself on the screen.
Yeah. Just rotate the camera this side and the other side. You are able to hear us clearly.
Take second. Arey, your attire you got here. From here only you will take, na?
Will only. Just on this only we will just.
Arey, white shirt, na?
I will remove the shirt and.
Malab, you are getting it, na? White shirt and white only we will put.
Now
yeah, I see now.
Is it clear?
Right.
Voice also?
हाँ अभी ठीक है.
Can you just?
अभी थोड़ा blur. हाँ, now it is fine.
Can you just focus on me?
Now it is fine.
You can see me clearly.
Hello.
You can see me.
ठीक है, I see now.
Voice भी clarity है.
I see Venu holding the mic.
और clarity है voice.
Voice is also clear.
Very good, done. Velu, you want anything? Okay, just wait there. When the lights are on, how it looks. They just want to check that as well. Nice. अच्छा दिख रहा है? वीडियो का क्लैरिटी अच्छा है आपका? Dipen.
Yeah, what?
You can see us clearly?
Yeah, I can see you clearly. I can see myself on the screen.
Okay, done.
I see you are holding the mic. Now I see Velu as well. Yeah, Velu waving his hand.
We are set, run. Okay, erase के लिए set हो गया.
I think it's all fine. Even buffering is also not there. I mean the bandwidth is also seems to be good.
Just see.
Okay.
Just wait. They want to check whether it is in the live, it is coming correctly or not. Test check on the live of YouTube live. आपका वीडियो फ्रीज हो गया. ఉంది టైం 1:10 1:05 నేను లంచ్ అయ్యాను. నువ్వు బాగా చేసావుగా. నువ్వు బాగా చేసావా? ఇది బాగా అయిపోయినట్టుంది. సరే వేలు ಅವನೋಡ ವಿಡಿಯೋ పోయిచ్చు యాక్చువల్గా. బట్ ఓకే, that is okay. Few seconds. Okay. Sure.
It'll be about a minute. So all set now, so clear.
First thing they should have got. big shout out to these guys. What an energy, what an energy. The much required to transform. A warm welcome to all for GFM 2023.
So, how is the Josh, guys? Can't hear you enough. Let's do it one more time. How is the Josh, guys? Well, that was better, but Ram और अच्छा हो सकता है.
అందరికీ GFM 2023 की स्वागतम सुस्वागतम.
Thank you.
Venu, what is special about Kerala?
There are two things. One, Kerala chips, but that anyway we have given in the gift. Second is lottery tickets. This is the only state where actually it is legalized. But on behalf of all of you, we have done some lottery ticketing yesterday and put some goodies or some surprise below your seat. What you have to do is you have to get up from your seat, just see beneath the seat, you have anything under your seat.
And the ones who find,
And
they are the lottery winners.
under the seat, there is something that has been put. Be careful, be careful. If it is not there, just leave it. If you have, you will enjoy it. Woo!
Yeah, there we go. That's the Josh. Now that's the Josh.
Jose Ball!
How is the Josh?
Thank you guys.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, that's it. That's it. We can't take it more.
We
Thank you all.
thank you so much. Good. Because in order to start our transformation journey, unless we have the energy, we will not be able to transform. This is why we have created to bring the energy from ourselves and also from the external sources. Why we call it as actually GFM? Do you think we actually are only from India or only from different languages, all that? Do you know, are any guesses how many languages our finance colleagues can speak? How many languages all of us put together if we count unique number?
Any guess?
Any guess on the number? Sir, this is like a guidance to the market, double-digit growth. Obviously, it will be double-digit. Double-digit is from 10 to 99. It is 34. So, you would have seen some of the glimpses that we have got. So, our different languages people have welcomed us for the GFM 2023. Ellarku vanakkam, GFM 2023 ki swagatam suswagatam.
Welcome everyone.
అందరికీ స్వాగతం సుస్వాగతం.
എല്ലാവർക്കും നമസ്കാരം. ഞാൻ നിങ്ങളുടെ സഞ്ജന. അറിവ് കൈമാറ്റത്തിന്റെയും സഹകരണത്തിന്റെയും ഈ യാത്ര ആരംഭിക്കുവാൻ വളരെ സന്തോഷം. നമ്മുടെ ചർച്ചകൾ ഫലപ്രദമാകട്ടെ. ഈ യാത്രയിൽ ഞങ്ങളോടൊപ്പം ചേർന്നതിന് വളരെ സന്തോഷം. വിജയകരവും അങ്ങനെ തന്നെ സമ്പന്നനുമായ ഒരു GFM-ലേക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും വീണ്ടും സ്വാഗതം.
Hola, bienvenidos al Global Finance Meeting. Disfruten del evento.
नमस्ते, तपाईँ सबैलाई GFM-मा धेरै धेरै स्वागत छ। GFM-मा सहभागिता देखाउनका लागि तपाईँ सबैको म धन्यवाद गर्दछु र यो GFM-मा सबैको रमाइलो होस् भन्ने शुभकामनाका साथ तपाईलाई स्वागत गर्दछु।
ખમાગણી ઈ ગ્લોબલ ફાઇનાન્સ મીટમાં આપ સભીનો હાર્દિક સ્વાગત है। आशा है कि आप सभी प्रोग्राम को घणो मजो ले।
Hola a todos, os deseo un maravilloso día en la GFM 2023. Un abrazo para todos desde España.
Ciao a tutti, vi auguro una splendida giornata nel GFM 2023. Tanti auguri dall'Italia.
五湖四海皆朋友，天涯海角各知音。欢迎全球各地的同事们相聚在克拉拉，预祝瑞迪博士全球财务大会成功召开！耶！
नमस्कार जीएफएम 2023 आपण समस्त हृदय स्वागत करुच्ची। आसतु यही सुजोग को आम शक्ति और मनोरंजन रे परिपूर्ण करवा। धन्यवाद।
Дорогие коллеги, добро пожаловать на GFM 2023. Уверен, что он пройдет замечательно, и мы проведем время весело, используя для каждого и компании. Очень рад принимать участие в этом событии и жду встреч с коллегами со всего мира. Welcome and enjoy.
Bienvenue au GFM 2023. Nous sommes ici pour passer un bon moment tous ensemble. Amusons-nous bien et profitons les uns des autres.
आप सभी के GFM 2023 में स्वागत करत पानी। आशा बाकी अपने सब यहाँ खूब मजा करा व मस्ती करा।
आप सभी लोगों को आलमी मालियत कॉन्फ्रेंस ग्लोबल फाइनेंस मीट में खुशामदीद। उम्मीद है आप इस महफिल का लुत्फ उठाएं। शुक्रिया।
নমস্কার। আসন্ন GFM 2023 ইভেন্টে আমি ডক্টর রেড্ডিজের ফিনান্স টিমকে স্বাগত জানানোর সুযোগ পেয়ে খুবই আনন্দিত। এই অনুষ্ঠানটিকে সফল করার জন্য আমি আপনাদের সকলকে আন্তরিকভাবে ও শ্রদ্ধার সাথে স্বাগত জানাই।
నమస్తే అందరికి ఎట్లున్నారు? జిఎఫ్ఎంకి వచ్చినారు కాబట్టి మంచిగా ఉన్నారా అనుకుంటున్నా. ఎట్లానే వచ్చిర్రు కానీ నేను మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి చెప్తున్నా, జిఎఫ్ఎంకి స్వాగతం. ఈసారి జిఎఫ్ఎం ఇచ్చి పడిద్దాం.
Namaskaram. Good afternoon, dear friends and colleagues.
Hello everyone. Today I am your host Nikhil Mehta. Here comes the moment that all of us have been waiting for the past 1 year. It's great to see that GFM 2023 is happening at Kovalam, a God's own country called Kerala.
Nikhil, did you know that Kovalam is surrounded by 3 crescent-shaped beaches?
Is it?
Yes. And it is embraced with Arabian Sea's clear water and white sand. Are you guys excited? Louder? Yes.
It seems all the Transformers are super excited.
Transformers?
Yes, Transformers. Haven't you seen the standees all around?
What standees?
This year, finance team has been given a major task, driving transformation across the organization, which marks a significant progression as well. So ladies and gentlemen, we are delighted to announce this year's GFM theme is Let's Transform.
This sounds truly exciting, Nikhil. Our audience is already enthusiastic, ready to embrace transformation. So let's begin the day.
Before we kickstart any auspicious occasion, as per Indian tradition, we seek blessings from Lord Ganesha and lit up the holy lamp. So to do this honors, I would request MVN sir, Archana ma'am, Ritu Rekha, all of you, any one of you can come to the stage to do these honors. I would also request Sanjana, Manoja, Aditya and Raghu to come on the stage to sing.
गणनायकाय गणदैवताय गणाध्यक्षाय धीमहि गुणशरीराय गुणमण्डिताय गुणेशानाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय बालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय बालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि.
So, as we start our 4-day program at GFM, we have a special message from our co-chairman and MD, Mr. G.V. Prasad. Can we have the message, please?
Nikhil, just before the message, actually the hotel guys would like to apprise all of us with the safety regulations of the hotel. So if we could invite Mr. Ajesh.
Namaskaram. I am Ajesh Dor, Security Officer, Uday Samudra Hotels. All are welcome to the conference to this William Hall. Here my duty is to inform all of you against the safety and security measures. We have three gates for the guest purpose. In that, two in front, in and out gate, manned by the security person, and one doorman. Third one is beach gate for easy entrance to beach, and it is also manned by the security persons. One lifeguard is available in beach area up to 6 o'clock evening. Beach area is restricted up to 10:30 in the evening. All areas covered under CCTV surveillance by our security person. For fire and safety, we have established 85 to 90 fire extinguishers all around the property. We have an assembly area nearby the first pool lawn for an emergency. For any emergency, you can contact our security team We are available for 24 hours in here. Thank you.
So it's time to have a special message from our co-chairman and MD, Mr. G.V. Prasad. Can we have the message, please?
Good afternoon, Prasad.
Good afternoon.
Thank you so much for taking out the time. Let me start by wishing you a very happy Dussehra.
Thank you.
And a very happy festive season ahead. So let's start with, we have our GFM every year, and this year we are having it at Kovalam next week. Every year we record a message from you because the broader finance team would like to hear your views on what's going well and what's not going well. So let's start by a reflection. We connected with you around the same time last year. So if you look back the last 12 months, what do you think has gone well for the business?
Okay. So I don't remember what I told you last year, but I hope it made a difference to your agenda.
Absolutely.
But looking back during the year, I think, like always, you guys do a great job in ensuring the company is run well. We have financial discipline. We have good on-time reporting, good governance, and also manage the risk prudently. So these are things we do quite well. During the year, I also think the team has done a great job in creating value by looking at opportunities to get incentives, to drive costs down, and find areas where we could do a better job in terms of revenue, costs, or other ways of creating value. So I think overall you're on a good path forward. Of course, when you do a offsite like this, you would like to challenge yourself to see what can you do better, and that's something we can talk about today.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm sure, the theme for our GFM this time is transformation. So we are embarking on a journey of transformation, and as we go through the conversation, we'll go deep into that. But firstly, I want to know about what do you think about DRL for the future? How would you like to see this organization 3 to 5 years from now?
So at a very high level, I want the company to continue growing, continuing to improve its health in terms of its ability to repeat its performance and create value for all stakeholders, and also to find ways in which the company can move towards industry leadership in the businesses that it is in. I think in the generics business, we have made a mark. Generics broadly including API, branded generics, and commodity generics. I think we have the basis for reaching industry leadership. But however, we have to improve on multiple fronts. We can talk about that later. But we have the opportunity to be an industry leader among the top 3 or 5 in the world in the global generics business. And of course, that includes API, CDMO, and branded and unbranded generics. So I would like the company to be a leader in 5 years. And 5 years is enough to get there. On the other front, where we are working on today is to create solutions for unmet medical needs, or what we call as innovative products. I think there's an opportunity there to build a business. And I'm sure in 5 years we will not be a very large company in that space, but we should establish ourselves with some products in the market, with some of our own innovations hitting the market, and overall becoming a significant player in the innovation business in bringing products for unmet medical needs. So these are the twin areas on which we can build the future of Dr. Reddy's.
Yeah, I'm sure, and I think the Horizon 2 businesses bring about a lot of innovation.
I don't like to call it Horizon 2 anymore because this is not something new we are doing it. We have been in innovation for many years now. So I'd like to look at it as generics and innovative products.
Sure. So, and you spoke about unmet needs. So I'll focus a little bit on the finance function now, and I know you started saying that in the beginning. Traditionally finance function was all about churning out numbers, having good governance, keeping the business safe really. But over the last couple of years, the need from finance function have also changed. Now we are expected to do data-driven storytelling, collaborate with business. I mean, business partnering is a term that we hear in every conversation. So what are some of the unmet needs from a finance function perspective?
Okay, so I'll first give you the business context and then I'll get back into what the company can do, the finance function can do from a more strategic perspective. Like I said, I think you guys do a wonderful job of the routine. And I think you should make the routine automatic using all the tools of technology that you have and expand your role into value creation, value discovery, insight generation and all that, and we'll speak about that. The generics, broadly the generics businesses depend on being first to market, having a great pipeline, ensuring you're a cost leader to start with and continue to be there, and then having a supply chain which is resilient, which is flexible so that you can react to changes in demand, use the infrastructure flexibly so that you are at a very high level of service. If you do all this, you can really build a flywheel of growth. And this is possible when you are able to achieve all these metrics, being first to market, having a great pipeline of exciting products, and being first to market in all of them, and of course being a cost leader and having the right commercial model for all the markets. These are the simple principles. They look simple, they are simple to articulate, but underneath that, we have an organization which needs to continually deliver all of this. While you're very good at measuring financial performance, sales, revenue, cost, all that, you're not yet there in understanding these principles of what makes that business succeed. So typically I've seen functions behave very functionally and oriented in their own functional silo. That will not help the organization from a strategic perspective. Well, it does the job, in terms of meeting your obligations to report, to measure, to relay back. You have the opportunity to delve deeper into the business, think about the business end to end, understand where value is created, how value is created, and how the value is delivered and realized. And if you think of that through the value chain, you will come up with a lot of insights. And you can correlate this insight of the understanding of the value chain with the value creation or value losses. And you can help the company do a better job in raising its performance in all these things that really matter. Being first to market with an exciting pipeline, being a cost leader, having a great supply chain, and of course, engaging productively with customers. So this is about the core business. The business of the future, which is the innovative products business or bringing innovative products to the market, either through internal efforts or through partnership and collaboration. You will need to understand this a lot better. The understanding of the entire organization in this is very low. Because here, the fundamentals of the business are very different. The generics business is low risk. It is a large number of small bets. The innovative products is a small number of very large bets. And how you make decisions of how to invest, how to allocate capital is something I think the organization still has to learn. And you start with, how value is created and what are the risks of a product failing, of a product succeeding, and what are the metrics behind that. A lot of understanding has to develop in terms of understanding the value chain of the innovative products. I think we have a fairly good understanding of the value chain of the generics business, but the value chain of the innovative products is not understood. It's seen as sourcing innovation, doing a large number of deals, blah, blah. That is not what it is. You have to start with what are you trying to do? What solution are you trying to bring which is superior to existing products or existing standard of care? How do you improve standard of care? What is the science behind the disease? What is the disease biology? And all of this. I understand not everybody is made for this, but at least you must understand the variables that matter and understand the value chain.
Yeah, absolutely. I think without knowing the business, numbers will not be able to tell a story. So absolutely, yeah. So I think that's what we keep saying, that We don't have to provide information, we have to provide insights.
Yes.
That's the difference that one needs to bring about. So any skill gap that you see today in our finance leaders or professionals that you think we should?
I don't see a skill gap, but I see an attitude gap.
Okay.
The attitude is, I'm finance, I'll do finance. I'll report my numbers, I'll measure performance, I'll put a nice PowerPoint. I see this a lot. And not just for finance, I think this applies to all functions, including leaders like me. We don't get into the drill down into the details. So I think people have mental blocks. I'm a finance person, I'm a HR person, I'm a production person. You are a person first, and you have immense intellectual capability, and a very small fraction of that is used in your daily life. If you challenge yourself to learn and understand, this whole value chain can be demystified. And I keep encouraging everybody to delve a little deeper, understand how value is created, understand how innovations come to market, understand even your generics business, the fundamentals of payer systems in the US, the reimbursement systems in Europe, all of this. So that's, I think, something if you gain and then you do your function, you'll be much more effective.
Yeah, I remember one thing you said last time and it stayed with me. Why are we putting ourselves in a box? So yeah, we should not box ourselves as finance professionals or I only know this. I think it's the broader understanding of the business which will really help absolutely with you. And I think it's very important, this conversation right now, Prasad, because we are going into transformation. And a lot of times people think transformation is all about digital. These terms are being used very loosely, digital transformation. So what is the meaning of transformation as per you?
So to me, transformation means changing the way we work and creating new ways of work and using all the tools of technology to arrive at outcomes which are otherwise not possible. And you can see many examples of that. But if it doesn't change the way you work, it merely makes it a little faster. That is not transformation to me. So to me, transformation should bring dramatically new ways of work. The productivity is not, improvement should not be incremental. It should be a multiplier effect. For example, in one of our labs, we call it the 10x lab. Why do you call it 10x lab? I said we should be able to do it 10 times faster than what we do now. That to me is transformation. Doing 20% more, 30% more, 40%, not so. We've been on this digital journey for years now, for decades now. It's not that we've underinvested in technology, we've always ahead of the curve in putting technology into the organization. But our ability to harness technology, our ability to drive outcomes use technology, I think is still not yet there. We may be better than other people in doing things incrementally, but are we a leader in what we do? I don't know. I don't think so yet. So before we use big words like transformation, I think you should understand what you're trying to transform. What is the end state you want to be? And I've seen this vocabulary also, point A, point B. But in the end, I've seen you're not very productive as an organization. Even your finance team is massive. Do you need such a large organization in the future when machines will do a lot of the work? When I want to see my MIS, it's never up to date. And I have this beef with all the finance guys that you never provide data online. You only provide in PowerPoints after a lot of churning. And always there's this missing gap. So if you want to achieve, technology linked transformation, your technology should speak to each other and work seamlessly. Today, it needs some manual intervention somewhere, so the information is always incomplete. I'm sorry I'm bitching a lot, but this MIS is a big beef for me because I always thought that we are living in a world where information is available at your fingertips, but it is not. At least at Dr. Reddy's it is not. And I go to D-Cube, which is your MIS platform, almost every day, and I still feel dissatisfied with the quality of information or the timeliness of the information. If you achieve that, that itself is a big advancement in our life.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I think we have, of course, done some work, but there is a long road ahead that we still need to cover.
Yeah. It has to be time bound also. It cannot be a forever a work in progress, which it seems to be today.
So what is and you said that it is about change. So what is the mindset change that we need to bring about to really embrace this transformation or to do some of the things differently?
Focus on outcomes. Focus on what you're trying to do, focus on outcomes. And I think some of the things that you do are wonderful. Like, for example, I've seen a few years ago, you used to take a goal for creating financial value up and beyond the numbers for the budget, and that resulted in a lot of benefits. Even today, I see that you do a lot of work in getting incentives out or cost negotiations. Those are directly outcomes to me. But I think all of that is about 3 to 4%. I think you can do a lot better if you understand the value drivers and use a mindset of driving outcomes. Today we want to, for example, if you look at our business model, while overall the company does well, it's largely due to one big product.
Yeah.
If you take that out and see your numbers, you actually tend to get a little worried. The health of the business is not as good as it should be, the business model, the margin profile, the cost inflation, all of those. So there's a lot of opportunity to us to improve. So transformation is about getting outcomes and getting outcomes on a timely basis. And if you're using the word transformation, I think the outcomes should be not incremental but dramatic.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's what we plan to achieve. And I think Parag has listed out some of the outcomes that he would like, and I'm sure he would give that message to the broader finance team. But also whenever this transformation or change, these kind of things come, it also impacts the motivation of the people. Sometimes people feel that there's so much work already and then we have to also take on this transformation journey. So how do you think we should keep our people upskilled and motivated at all times?
So I don't know why you should be doing a lot of work. So that's fundamentally, first you have to study that. Why are you overworking people? It's not like you're understaffed. You're staffed competitively compared to anybody out there in the industry. You also have the best of best technology. At least we have not denied any technology that the team wanted. So firstly, you must understand why we are overworked. What is the work we can do without? What can you automate? What can you use other tools to remove the drudgery in the work? I think without that you won't have the mind space to think at a higher level. So I think removing the drudgery should be one goal for you. The next one should be to find strategic outcomes and outcomes which will transform the business model for the organization. This work is, to me, motivating in itself. If I can, make life easier for my teams, what can be more motivating? If I create a lot of value for the organization by understanding the numbers better and the business better and make the organization healthier, and in that process learn new skills, new techniques and, all of those capabilities, that is also a motivating factor for me.
Yeah, I think upskilling is very important. And actually I wanted to ask you, how do you cope? There's so much change going on all around us. So how do you cope up with that, upskilling yourself on the go all the time?
See, firstly, I don't keep myself overly busy. So I try to clear off my desk of any work that I have to do by delegating to others. I have the luxury of delegating to a lot of you the work that I don't have to personally do. And I give myself mental space. And in that space, I use to understand what is happening in the industry, what is happening in the academia. And I read a lot. I read a lot of journals. I also read news. And in general, I'm not surprised by something happening out there which is, sudden and unthought of. I can watch the trends happening, and I keep in touch with what the competition is doing, what's happening in the scientific fields, in the marketplace, and because that's the business we are in. And that, I think, is inevitable for senior leaders, that you have to understand what you're doing. You can't become outdated. You can't not be current in what is happening in your field or in your industry. And this is one of the value propositions I'd like to give everybody, that no matter which function or department or business you work for, you must be exposed to some of the finest thinking in your field. So,
yeah, absolutely. And I think let's just switch some gears since you spoke about reading. I know you are an avid reader. I've seen a lot of books in your cabin. So what is your favorite book right now of the recent times?
There's no favorite book. I read a lot of books, but since we are on the topic of transformation, I'm going to talk about two books. One is a mindset. It's a very popular book. It's a bestseller. Carol Dweck or somebody wrote it. It talks about how mindset makes a difference and how important mindset is. There's a mindset of scarcity, there's a mindset of abundance, and how different an individual turns out if he's in an abundance mindset versus a scarcity mindset. So that's a book I'd recommend to people who want to, achieve more in whatever they're doing. The second one is a little not so relevant for all of you, but it's relevant for me. It's something called Strength to Strength. The title of the book, Strength to Strength. I think it's a guy called David Brooks or somebody who's written this book. It's about how your intellectual abilities change over time. The bad news is that your intellectual abilities start declining from the age of 30 onwards, and it goes down. And there's nothing you can do about it. You're not as sharp in terms of solving problems, in terms of memory, in terms of raw intelligence. The guy did a study of all the Nobel laureates. They did their best work between the ages of 20 to 30 in most fields. The good news is that as you age, your intelligence changes from being raw intelligence to a different kind of intelligence, a kind of generative intelligence, where you can connect the dots between many things and come out with something different, or you gain perspective, things which you don't have when you're young. So I'm studying that and understanding the role that I can play better in whatever I'm doing in terms of how to make a difference to people, to the organization. And one of the things they said that the book says is that you become much better at teaching younger employees, coaching employees, mentoring them by showing them the broad picture and the connectivity of what happens. So, these are two books. I'm also reading a book called by Ray Dalio on how countries can become much more competitive by investing in the right things like higher education, technology, things like that.
Very inspiring, and I mean, it's actually something that we all need to inculcate. At least I don't find too much time for reading, but I think it is a very, very powerful thing, and I think must take some inspiration from you on that. That brings me almost to the end of the conversation. So since we are on the topic of transformation, if you were given a chance to go back 2 or 3 decades and transform yourself, what would you do differently, if anything at all?
I think I would if I look back on my career, what would I have done differently? I think I would have been less tolerant. I was also learning when I was younger, so I was full of doubt that whether I'm doing the right thing, whether this guy is the right person. I think when I reflect back, I think I was tolerant of people not being aligned to the overall organization's mission. They were very smart people, always had great team members around me, but each of them had a different, way of doing things, a different aspiration, and allowed that misalignment sometimes not completely aligned. Maybe I would have done better on getting people aligned or taking action if the differences was too wide to bridge. So if I go back to my younger self, I would have been more assertive and more getting more people aligned to the
common goal. Great. And the last question, if you were made CFO for a day at DRL, what is the one most important thing that you will do?
In a day, it's very difficult to do anything, but I would take one decision, remove the drudgery and remove the bureaucratic systems and use technology to remove that. And that would make everybody's life easy, including the people who deal with you. Whether it is vendors, whether it is partners, all of them. Maybe I would also look at creating an appetite for seeing the stories behind the numbers and not the numbers themselves. So for every number tells a very interesting and fascinating story. If you just take anything like, say, R&D cost? It's going up over the years. Has it resulted in higher productivity? Or are we tackling products which very few people can do, and hence it requires a lot more incentive? If so, investment, or if so, is that creating value for us? So every number tells a different story. We've added numbers have gone up, our payroll cost has gone up. Has it gone up because we're doing more, we're doing less efficiently, or we have better people? So every number tells a story, and I think the stories are the interesting part. If we can dig behind the number, below the numbers, and see, unpeel the layers and see what stories the numbers are telling us, finance would be a much more interesting place to be.
Yeah, I'm sure. Thank you so much, Prasad, and it was a privilege to have this conversation with you. I'm sure the team will find it very inspiring as always. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you, and have a great retreat, and come back with some wonderful ideas to make this company a leader in what it's doing.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shweta, for conducting this insightful Q&A with GV Prasad. With the help of this video, we understand what transformation really means for our leadership. It encompasses not only changing the ways we work, but also understanding the values that are created and delivered. Nikhil, don't you think that it's GFM and it's time to add some fun to the room?
What fun?
What fun, what, Nikhil? It's GFM. See, I'll just ask two basic questions from you. You have to answer that.
Question?
Yes.
Unless it impact my increment, I have no issues to answer.
That Rohan will decide. So, question one. Tell us a fun fact about you.
It's quite big, tricky. Let me give it a shot. I have been suggested recently by my spouse. She says that I have already a mother-in-law. I don't need another one. Better I behave like a husband only.
Okay, wow. यहाँ पे एक नहीं संभाल रही है, वो बेचारी 7 साल से 2 संभाल रही है. All the best, Nikhil, on your journey to finally becoming a husband after 7 years of marriage. Okay. So answer the second question.
Okay.
What makes you different from others?
What makes me different? Today I'm the host and rest are the audience.
Very smart, Nikhil.
Now it's your turn. Tell us fun fact about you.
Okay. See, while that's a top secret, but I think I can share it with the GFM family. So, when I got married, my husband became a millionaire.
Is it?
Yes.
What was he before that?
Okay, now that's the fun part. He was a billionaire before that.
Let's come to the second question. What makes you different from others?
Like you said, I am the speaker, everyone else is the audience today.
What, ma? Where is the difference? Everyone knows, woman speaks, man listens.
Oh, please shut up, Nikhil, that's not funny.
Arey, you will not understand, Vishakha.
Why?
I have a tragedy around this.
Would you like to share that with us?
One day I dared to say shut up to the beloved life partner of mine. Do you know what happened later?
What?
Immediately she shared one Insta reel with me to alert.
Okay, would you like to share that reel with the audience?
Sure. Can we have the reel, please?
अगर आपकी पत्नी जब भी ये बोले कि मेरा मुंह मत खुलवाओ, तो समझ जाना कि आपके खानदान का सुंदरकांड का पार्ट शुरू होने वाला है.
Okay, I really feel sad for you, Nikhil.
Why?
Since you have come to Kovalam alone, I'm pretty sure again Sundarkand will be happening at your home.
This time I'm not feeling sad.
Why?
This time I'm pretty much confident that I'm not the only one.
Ante?
Yes. You could see, because of Kovalam, many of them have come alone. I'm pretty much confident that they have faced Sundarkand at home.
That makes sense. So Nikhil, don't you think that our mission is accomplished? I can see that our audience is all excited.
It seems so. Now I feel, or I could hardly see that anyone is in sleeping mode. Most of them are on drinking mode now.
Yes. So ladies and gentlemen, please hold your hands together as we call upon stage our CFO, Mr. Parag Agarwal, to set the context of GFM 2023. And simultaneously, I would request all of you to look at the screen to take a cue of transformation from a butterfly.
Work, is it? Now it's okay, but I would prefer that if you can fix it. So are you awake? You are awake, okay. If you are not, then you'll be awake by the time I finish. So, you know, I think our theme today is transformation. And I thought I'm going to start by sharing with you my own journey. I'm actually going to be completing 3 years in another 2 days with Dr. Reddy's. And this is the first time, as some of you know, I joined the pharma industry about 3 years back, right? Before that, I worked largely in the consumer industry, with Unilever, with Reckitt and so on. And joining the pharma industry, there are a number of things that I found which are different. It's a very complex and dynamic industry. The product life cycle, from the time we start developing a drug, a molecule, till the time we commercialize is very long. One person starts developing it, then hands it over to somebody else manufactures it, somebody else commercializes it, changes hands so many times. The business models are very different. I, for the first time, learned that there is price erosion in double digits in our US business. It's so competitive. When I was outside the industry, I never learned all these things. So a number of things, very complex and dynamic industry, and there is something that I must tell you that I learn every week. In the last few months, I've learned a lot about the biosimilars business that we are going to, we are now building front-end capabilities in US and Europe on biosimilars. And there's something new to learn every week. One thing which I must tell you, which I have not been able to learn very well, is how to pronounce most of the molecule names. I still can't pronounce lenalidomide. It's a tongue twister. I love peptides. They are easy to pronounce, although hard to make. So then, moving on to, I think this is not working well. Yes. So I also looked at our business, and our business has been transforming at a rapid pace. We are into APIs, we are into CDMO for small molecule, we are into formulations, we are into biosimilars, we are into new drug discovery at origin. And we are adding more businesses. We are now adding SWAS, we are adding digital platforms, we are consumerizing a part of our business. So there is a lot of complexity in our business. When I also joined, I also learned that digitalization is such a big focus. I was very surprised. It took me 9 to 12 months to actually understand the scale of our ambition and aspiration. And this is not something that, we were just talking about. We actually put resources behind digitalization. So a business which is transforming at a very rapid pace. And then our own function, I found a function which is really well managed. When it comes to governance and reporting, you heard Prasad, we do a great job. But I also found, coming from MNCs, a lot of non-standardization. Even though we are a global company, present in many, many markets, we actually don't operate like a global company. We operate like a decentralized, fragmented business. Also, when I came, within first 6 months, I was told that by March 2021, we are going to be 85% digitalized. And I found it difficult to believe because talking to people, it was clear that there's a lot of manual work which is going on. So it was clear that there are parts where we were doing a great job, we are very good, but there were parts where we were actually not performing very well. And therefore, the question that I think over the last, I would say, 12 to 24 months, that keeps coming back. And as FSC, we have debated this a few times. Do we fix the foundations completely? And then we will chase the end state and the aspirational goals. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. You cannot go in sequence. You can't say that I am going to fix the foundations first over the next 3 years, and then I'm going to chase the bold goals, because if you're not clear about your end state, you will actually end up chasing the wrong things. It's very important. And therefore, in December 21, as FSC, we met in Vizag. This was just over a year after I joined. We spent 2 days together, and after a lot of discussions, we actually concluded that there was a lot of work which was in flight, a lot of projects in flight, and therefore, at this moment, we would actually like to consolidate. That's the call we made. One can challenge whether it was the right call or not, and I will come back to that theme in a minute, but we said that we want to consolidate. At that point in time, as the leadership team, we did not feel confident that we can start chasing a bold transformation. And then in February 23, earlier this year, we met in Srinagar. And I think the mood was very different. Actually, the FSC felt very strongly that there is a sense of urgency. We need to change because the business is changing. And if we don't change now, then 3 years from now, we will be in the same state where we are today. And we need to have a sense of urgency, but we also need to do the change in a thoughtful manner. So when you want to change, if I'm trying to change myself, I need to step back. I need to zoom out and ask some fundamental questions. Why do I exist? Who am I? What do I want to be? At what pace should I change? What should I change and what should I leave intact? What's in it for me? What's in it for you? And these are some of the questions that I'm going to try and answer over the next 30 minutes with you. And I want to share my perspective with you. So why do we exist? Why does finance exist? I think there are 3 key roles that we all have. First and foremost, we are the conscience keeper of the organization. We can use different words to describe our roles, but I prefer these words. We have to make sure that the organization is compliant, controls are in place, operational system controls, governance is strong, we are complying with regulatory changes outside and so on. This is a very important part. The second part is that we are also the yardstick. Yardstick means something which is used to measure. And it is for the finance function to measure the performance of the organization and report both internally and externally. And these two are different things. Internal measurement is very, very different from external measurement. External measurement is all about transparency. Stakeholders are different. Internal measurements are about how is the business, how are the various segments performing. These two are the foundations of the finance function's role. If we are not doing well on these two, then we cannot do a good job of the third part, which is a partner. So these are the three things that finance function has to deliver. And I must tell you that every single person in this room has a component of each of these three roles. There is no role that is only in one of these dimensions. All three dimensions impact your roles to different degrees, of course. And therefore, by doing this, what do? We do fundamentally two things. We protect value and we create value. We protect value by driving controls and compliances and risk management. Our market capitalization today is $10 billion. If we don't do a good job on this stuff, it could actually drop by 20-30%, depending on what goes wrong. But we also need to create value. It is not just about protecting value. We also need to create value, which is the area that we need to get much better on. So this is why we exist. Now, so where are we today? Who am I? I'm using the word I representing the finance function. Where am I today? Who am I today? Now, when you ask this question, you must ask others as to, and you heard Prasad, right? We need to, and therefore there are three lenses we can use. One is an outside-in view. How do other companies perform of similar size and complexity, or even bigger than us? What's the outside-in view? How do we compare to other companies? Second is, what is the voice of the customer? Internally, we have a number of customers. All the businesses are our customers. What do they think about us? And thirdly, what is the voice of finance? What do you guys think? How we are doing? And what do we need to do better? So these are the three lenses that we need to look at. And therefore, what we did was, and MVN will talk about it tomorrow in a little bit more detail, when in Srinagar we felt that we need to change, we decided to bring in a partner from outside to take a careful look at, to do a diagnostic of where we are. And these are just some examples. What has been put here is a minuscule part of some of the KPIs, right? Day close and MIS, 6 to 7 days is where we stand. Actually, sometimes it goes to 8-9 days also. Best in class is less than 3 days. Paid on time, we are at 64% till a few months back. We have now improved in the last few months. Session team have been working on this, and now we are, I think, at about 75%, Sesh? 75, yeah. But still, there's a huge gap. Budgeting cycle, we spend more time. Time spent on data management is an estimate, but I think you'll all relate to this. The time that we spend on downloading data and creating reports is more than 70%. So this is an issue. So therefore, if we take an outside-in view, there are areas that we need to change. And then we also spoke to the stakeholders. We spoke to the MC and some of the MC-1. And what we heard, they gave a thumbs up to the fact that there is a shift in the mindset, and the mindset is definitely shifting towards more partnering. That was a clear thumbs up. They also said that finance is playing a critical role in driving decision making. But there were also a couple of areas. For example, this is very true. I think we need a significant capability scale up with Horizon 2, with the new businesses which are coming up. They are very different, and we need to change that. And there were also issues around access to real-time data is challenging. This is a constant theme that we always hear, which is very true. Business wants more data and more insights. which as of now we are not able to provide, right? And then what did you guys say? This survey, there was a pretty high response rate. I don't remember how many people responded, but it was a good response rate. And what we heard was, this is what you said. You said, I don't have enough time for analytics. I'm spending a lot of time simply validating the data. And automations are there, but there's still too much of manual intervention, right? Now, this is something that is indeed a challenge. You know, the systems that we put in place in any company, I like to give the example, it's like when you are constructing a city, you are laying pipes, you are laying the pipelines, and so on. And once the city is constructed, and you realize that something is wrong with the pipeline, it is painful to change. And it is akin to that. But there is no option, we have to change. Therefore, there are some fundamental issues. Our master data management process is not in great shape. As I said, our processes are not standard. Right first time is something that we need to imagine the way we process our invoices. If we manufacture our drugs like that, if paid on time is 64%, what's going to happen to our products? And project management needs to be a lot better. But let me bring all this to life. I actually stole a chart from Anish's presentation tomorrow. It's a nice and simple chart. It's nice and simple, right? Actually, the person who made it is going to get a CFO Excellence Award tomorrow night. So this is actually something that the team that was working on the track on analytics developed. This is real. So the team picked up the emerging market sales data from its source and mapped the journey till it is available in D-Cube dashboard. So if I'm looking at the D-Cube dashboard, I will say, fantastic. I mean, I am getting my sales data in a dashboard. I mean, we are fully digitalized. But actually, if you see on top, the team figured out that 55% of the steps are actually manual in this journey. 55%. And if you look at the bottom, you see so much of Excel data. There's a huge amount of manual data flow. I think you can relate to this. Now, what has happened is, this is what happens when you don't spend enough time on design and you don't look at the end state. This is what happens. And it's our fault. I must take accountability for this, but this is how we have actually ended up building our systems. Bit by bit, not really thinking through the design properly, and this is what we need to change. Otherwise, 3 years from now, we are going to have a system architecture that is not sustainable. It cannot be sustained. So, this is what you heard. Therefore, where are we today? This is my overall assessment of where we are today. I think as a conscience keeper, we are green. We are doing a damn good job. Right? As a yardstick, we are red or amber. I think our systems and processes are holding us back. They should enable us, actually, but unfortunately, they are holding us back. They are not enabling us, they are holding us back, and we need to change that. And finally, as a partner, I think we are green, amber. I think what we lack in systems and processes, we are making up through sheer effort. Through sheer effort, and I think our businesses rely on the finance function a lot as a partner. The way we drive planning and forecasting process, the LE process, the actual results is sheer effort. And we now need to figure out a way for technology to enable us. So this is where we are today, and we do, as I said, a damn good job of protecting value, but we don't do a good job of creating value. This is where we are today. This is the reality, right? And therefore, we are good, but we are not yet great. That's the reality. We are good. We are a good set of professionals. We are a good set of people. We are working very hard. We are delivering on a number of areas, but we are not able to create value. So this is where we are. This is, now what do I want to be? What do I want to be? Now, before I go there, what is the context? I mean, I think I covered this. I'm not going to spend a lot of time. But the business is becoming more complex, and you are going to hear that from areas also. Horizon 2 is coming in. There are more and more businesses coming in, which are very different. The business models are very different. The pace of change is going up. It is mind-boggling, the rate at which, I mean, if you look at the last 6-9 months, Randeep, the kind of regulatory changes. I mean, SEC, SEBI, ESG reporting, the kind of things which are coming up, data protection bill, some of you are involved in this stuff. It is actually very rapidly changing. The Russia-Ukraine conflict, it actually put a lot of pressure. The Russia team and the corporate team did a great job in handling the crisis and managing the entire FX hedging and many other things. So the pace of change is going up. We cannot stand still. And thirdly, the expectations from finance function are also increasing. And therefore, we have a choice to make. We have a choice to make. We can stand still. We can just keep doing things that we have been doing. Or we can say that we want to change. We need to transform. And therefore, this is what I would say is what we want to be. This is who we want to be. Our vision is to be a best-in-class finance function that creates value by delivering impact. Now, this is very important. I think the piece around delivering impact is important because best-in-class can end up becoming a slogan. It can just be a slogan, you know, I'm a best-in-class function. So what? What is the impact that you are delivering? What is the impact that we are delivering for the business and for the function and for our people? And therefore, there are 6 tracks that we identified that we need to work on. The first is day one close and MIS, which means that after the month end, we need to take, within 24 hours, we need to be able to close our books and publish our P&L. It's not easy. It is a tough one, and this will be one working day. We are not going to, keep working over the weekends. That doesn't make any sense at all. You will see tomorrow, Seema will talk about it. The team that has been working on this track has not yet figured out the solution to get to day one. It is still, right now we have a solution to get to end of day 2. But we need to work further on that. But this remains the bold goal. You heard Prasad say, transformation is not incremental. You need to change dramatically. Now, what a bold goal does is that it forces you to innovate. It is forcing us. And you will see that tomorrow. I must tell you one thing. I think a month back when we were discussing this track, and a number of track leaders, John, Ganesh, Ram Babu, I think 7-8 of them presented, the energy was unbelievable. Because in order to get to day one close, we are now thinking of things which are very different than we would have thought otherwise. A bold goal actually forces you to think very differently. So day one close and MIS is the first track. This is the impact that we need to deliver. It's going to free up a huge amount of time from this room, huge amount of time if we deliver this, right? The second track is best-in-class processes. There are a number of processes we have. You will again hear tomorrow. We are going to address them in a staggered manner. But again, every process we need to fix in terms of its outcomes. So procure to pay must deliver payment on time. An employee claim process, we must have an SLA. Today, I think we settle employees' claims, settlement claims, we take 25 days. You will hear from Sage tomorrow. Best in class is 7 days, right? So there are specific KPIs that we will have to chase. We can't do everything on day one. We will need to do this over a phased manner, but we do need to fix this. Third is self-service analytics. So DQ, the platform that we have a number of dashboards. You saw that a lot of it is manual that we need to fix. But ultimately, the end state is that it's a platform that contains all the financial and non-financial information needed to run the business effectively and to improve its performance as a self-service tool. So other businesses, other functions, the users should be able to get into the tool and see what reports that they need. If the report isn't there, then I should be able to create my own report by doing a simple drag and drop. That is the end state, and Anish is going to talk about it tomorrow. There's some pretty good work that has happened in the last 8 weeks in trying to understand what do we need to do to actually get to that end state, which is again a mistake that we made. We did not define the end state correctly, the point B. That's the third track that has to be done. The fourth track is a rolling 4-quarter forecast. I hear a lot that we need to simplify our LE process, which is true, but we need to take a look at our integrated business planning process end to end. This is one track where we don't yet have a solution and more work is needed. But the way this should work is a 4-quarter LE process. Once it is properly embedded, then your annual plan process will get completely simplified. You can actually complete your plan process in less than 30 days. And this is what we need to aim for. So this is the fourth impact that we need to deliver. The fifth one is 0 critical observations on controls and compliance. Here we are in good shape. I don't think we need to do a lot of incremental work, some tweaks here and there, but I think we are in good shape here. This is akin to when FD audits happen in our factories. We want to achieve nil critical observations. Similarly, in controls and compliances, it's our job to make sure that we have no critical observations. Some observations will always be there. And finally, which I think is probably one of the most important tracks, the most important track according to me, is we need to become a top 5 employer of choice for finance talent. Today, unfortunately, we are not there. And you will hear from Tyash and Jaisal tomorrow. I strongly believe that we have a proposition for finance talent which is absolutely top class. There are very few India headquartered companies which offer global exposure that we do. There are very few companies that have the high ethical and governance standards that we do, and that's very important for a finance professional. And there are very few companies that give the breadth of business partnering other than FMCG industry, companies like Hindustan Unilever or Nestle and so on. But other than those few FMCG companies, I can't think of any other industry, any other company that gives the breadth of business partnering exposure that we give. So we should be a top 5 employer for finance talent. But unfortunately, we are not today. There is no data to show, but I don't think we are even in top 10 right now. So there is something that we need to do on this. We need to build capabilities of the finance function. We are going to launch a finance academy, and you will hear more about it tomorrow. So these are the 6 tracks that need to deliver concrete outcomes. Okay, so now, as I said, the 0 critical observations, nothing much to be done. Rolling 4-quarter LE, we are not there yet. We need to kick off this track. So you will hear tomorrow about the other 4 tracks, very concrete plans that we have, and also a change in the operating model. If we need to change, then we need to change the way we work. It is not good enough to just keep doing the same things. We have to organize ourselves differently. And therefore, you will also hear tomorrow about how we are going to change the structure and how are we going to organize ourselves differently. So the operating model in finance needs to change. We need to become more centralized. We need to become more standardized. We need to become more global. Okay. So this is who we want to be. I told you why we exist. I told you where we are today. And this is who we want to be. And this is the impact that we need to deliver. Now, I just wanted to say this. I absolutely believe that any transformation is about these 2 things. That's all. It sounds simple, but it is about digital and it is about talent. All the tracks that I showed you are not going to work. Nothing will happen unless we do a damn good job on these 2, on technology and on talent. Are we being too bold? So whatever you heard, are we taking too much of a risk? I don't think so, but at this point in time, I would actually like you to see a video.
I remember I was not disciplined at all in terms of my eating and my fitness. I mean, I can't even relate to that guy anymore that I was in those years, you know. So I had played IPL from 2008, 9, 10, 11, and then 12. IPL 12 was, I was playing for India. I was playing for the national team at the highest level, but I hadn't got the success, you know, that some of the established players did. And IPL 2012, again, had a really, really bad IPL season, and my eating habits were horrible in that season. Very, very bad. And I can remember coming back home and I came out of the shower, the team didn't do well. I came out of the shower, I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, that's the time it hit me, you know. And luckily everything that's been bad in me, somehow I get that calling myself that you need to get it right. Like there's hardly anyone coming and telling me, you know, you're really messing up. It just comes from within. And then I saw myself in the mirror and I was like, you can't look like that if you're an international cricketer. You know, I was like, how the hell are you going to continue like this if you don't take care of yourself? Boom, from next day onwards, I just changed everything about my diet. Hitting the gym 2 hours a day, just taking a day off in a week, eating proper lean food. I got away from all kinds of you know, junk. I did not have a cheat day at all, and within 8 to 10 months I lost about 6 or 7 kgs, and then from then on it became such an addiction because I saw the results on the field. I felt quicker, I felt lighter, felt more focused, and then I was like, man, this is the path I want to walk. It was before all of this happened. This was when I played for the country and then I was left out. And for 13 months I wasn't selected again, and then it became sort of a madness that I want to get back up. I want to get back into the team, and then, you know, those 13 months, I was so focused. I was so focused that I want to get back. I want to get back into the team, and my performances were such that the selectors could not ignore me after a while. So eventually I got my chance again, and luckily I've never been out of the team since. This was actually end of 2012 actually, when we came back from Australia, and I figured out the difference or the gap that we have with other countries. And I thought if we don't change the way we are playing, or I don't change the way I'm playing, or the way I'm training, or thinking, or, you know, eating, I can never be among the best players in the world. And there's no point in just competing if you don't want to be the best. So I wanted to be the best version of myself, and then I based everything around that vision. And then my training, my diet, my approach towards the game, everything changed. And I know that I wasn't the most skilled sports person when I came in, but the only thing that's been constant is working hard on myself and my game. And that was the time I realized, well, if the Indian team has to be the best team in the world, we need to go ahead in a certain manner. I didn't feel that, you know, when I walked into play, there was any kind of fear or respect in the opposition corner. So I felt like I don't want to walk into the field thinking, or the opposition thinking, oh, this is just a, you know, just a pushover. Don't worry about this guy. He's going to do no damage to us, and he's just playing just like another player in the team and stuff. I wanted to make an impact. I knew that I have the ability to make my team win, and I wanted to be that version of myself where if I walk in, I wanted teams to think like, we need to get this guy out or else we're going to lose the game. So I thought if I can't have that impact on my team, then I'm not doing justice to, you know, where I am. And if I don't want to be that guy, there's something wrong in my head. Either I've accepted being you know, lower than what I should be, or I just don't have enough drive in me. So I said I'm going to unlock my max potential and achieve what I should be.
Straight six down the grounds to the back.
You heard what he said, right? What's the point if you're not being the trying to be the best. What's the point? So we need to aim to be the best. And therefore, I now want to talk about, I've been talking about the why part of why we need to change, but a little bit on what we are going to change and a little bit on how. You will hear a lot more about that tomorrow, what and how. And I do want to say that, what is it that we are going to do differently? I think the path ahead is obviously ambiguous. We don't know all the answers, right? I mean, if we knew all the answers, we would have done it 5 years back. So we will have to learn on the way, and there are a few things we are going to do differently. So first thing we are going to do differently, and this is important, is that we are going to resource this transition differently, this transformation differently, in 2-3 ways. One is we are going to create a finance transformation office, which is going to drive this change with the rest of the function. The second is we are going to put more resources into the finance function wherever there is a bottleneck, so that people are released from that bottleneck to drive the transformation. And third, we are also going to put in more external resources. We will bring external resources as well. So there are the extra resources which are going to be put behind this transformation. For example, one of the things, in fact, this morning we met as FSC. We spent 3 hours on how we will execute on this transformation. And one of the bottlenecks that we sometimes hear is that the pressure on the planning team peaks. And we are now working on that, on how to relieve that so that we can actually drive the transformation. So you will hear more about it in the coming few weeks. The other thing we need to do is, we have not been spending enough time on designing the projects, designing the changes, the new, let's say there's a digital project which is going on. We don't spend enough time thinking through the end state, and we sometimes rush into it, and then there are enormous delays that happen. This time we are not going to make that mistake. Between now and next 6 months, every track we are going to design the detailed solution. Secondly, in every track, there are going to be toll gates. A toll gate means a milestone, and we are going to review where we are at each toll gate. We will make an assessment of, are we on track and are we confident to move to the next stage? And if we are not confident, then we are going to take more time. If it means a delay, so be it. But we are not going to just keep moving irrespective of the challenges on the ground. This is very important. This is something that's commonly used in large and complex projects. The next thing that we will do differently is capability building. You will hear about this tomorrow. I am personally really passionate about this. I have seen in multinational companies how, for different types of roles, there is a clear pathway to building capabilities. It takes time. It's not going to happen tomorrow morning. It's not going to happen in 6 to 12 months' time. But we will start the journey, and we'll make sure that for different types of roles, we are building capability of this team and people who are beyond this room. Very, very important. Without this, nothing will happen, right? And finally, DPEX support is going to go up. We have Anand, we have, Abhinav is not here today, right? He's there. Abhinav is there. Anish is here. Funny could not join. Funny is going to join tomorrow morning. He's traveling, and you will hear from Funny. The DPEX team they are co-owning this transition with finance. Without technology, this is not going to happen. Unless we have more resources put behind it, it's not going to happen. And it's not just resources, it's not just the quantity. It is also the way we approach the transition. And there are a number of things that finance also needs to do differently. The way we look at the processes has to be different. And therefore, I'm committing on behalf of the DPEX team that we will see a significant step up in the support that we'll get from DPEX, right? And as I said, there is going to be a finance transformation office that's going to pull it all together. Again, very, very important, right? what's in it for me? This is, this is an important question for some of you might be thinking, yeah, it's all very nice, but I mean, what will I get out of it? Suppose I am part of this for 2 or 3 years, what do I get out of it? Actually, it depends on you, but you can get a lot out of it. You can actually, I believe that if you are part of this kind of a transformation, irrespective of the role that you're doing, it is going to lead to tremendous learning, a tremendous growth, personal and professional growth for you. It is going to lead to much higher functional depth. You will learn a lot more. You will get more time. The survey that we did with all of you, the feedback that came was, I don't have enough time to do analytics. If once we drive this, we are going to have more time to do analytics. Of course, we'll ask you to do more analytics. The expectations will also keep going up. That's also true. So let's not imagine that 2 years from now, once the transformation is complete, it's all very nice. The expectations will keep rising. That's a fact of life. And I think pride in being part of a transformation journey, that's what I think is in it for you and for me as well, right? And I think there are some behaviors that we will need to demonstrate this group if we are to succeed in this transformation. The first one is you need to own the change. And I like to call it 80% alignment, 100% commitment. I can tell you that in the FSC, till now, I think we must have spent Ashok few hundred hours as FSC. Yeah, okay, he has even done the calculation. He is saying FSC has spent 800 hours in the last 3 months on designing, on the diagnostic. It's a huge amount of time that we have put in. Now, if we want something to be done differently, then I need to debate. I put my point of view on the table right now. But once the bus starts, I am going from point A to point B, right? And let's say we are taking a fancy bus to get there. All of us are in a bus. We are going from point A to point B. I think that actually we shouldn't be going to point B. We should be going to point C. Then I shouldn't be on the bus. I'm on the bus because we are going from point A to point B. And when we are moving towards the transformation, and if I find something which is not going right, I'm going too slow, it's going to take longer, or I'm moving too fast, I'm worried the bus is going to crash, I better stand up and talk about it and make sure that it is fixed. But I'm on the bus. I am not outside the bus. So 80% alignment, 100% commitment has to be there if you are on the bus. The second behavior is, I think we will all need to be bold about it. You saw the bold goals that we are going to chase. They're not easy. Day one close is not easy. And I think the day one close track has maybe 50, 100 activities under it, which you are all going to change and you are going to drive. So when you are looking for solutions, you will need to think differently. You will need to be bold about what you're chasing. And finally, you will need to be innovative. We will need to be innovative. I will also need to be innovative, right? And this is something that we need to do a lot better. We tend to rush towards automation. But we first need to see if this is something that can be eliminated. And I can already see a lot of you are working on that. In day one close, on accruals, on revenue recognition, there are all kinds of ideas that have come which will actually eliminate non-value-added activity. So we will need to own the change, we will need to be bold, and we will need to be innovative, right? This is a roadmap. This is just an eye chart. Don't worry about it. Tomorrow you will see all the tracks. I just wanted to make a point that overall the transformation will take 2 years. In some of the tracks, it might take a little longer. Capability building is going to go on. It's not going to be over. But there are 2-3 points which are very important here. The first is that a lot of this work is actually already on. A lot of this work is already in flight. So it's not that everything that you are going to hear tomorrow is something which is new that we are going to start. It is already on, and we are bringing it together under an overall holistic approach, holistic plan. That's one. The second thing is that we will have some quick wins. We will have some measures of success. When we come here next year in GFM, we should know what is it that we are targeting 1 year from now. In the finance town halls, we are going to actually communicate how we are tracking on this transformation, right? So communication is absolutely needed and will be done, and we are going to define measures of success, the key milestones which are going to be there 6 months and 12 months and 18 months and 24 months, so that we know how we are doing. All right, these are the two messages on this chart. So what do I want to remember? I'm almost at the end of my presentation. I would like you to remember 4 things from this session. The first I want you to remember is that we are good, but we are not great yet. Not yet. We'll get there, but right now we are not great, right? The second thing that I want you to remember is our vision. We want to be a function that creates value while delivering impact. If you want to remember 1 or 2 words, it should be impact and creating value. That's the second thing I want you to remember. The third thing that I want you to remember, that we will transform with a sense of urgency, but in a thoughtful manner. We are not going to repeat the mistakes that we have done in the past. We will make sure that we resource it properly, and we will make sure, including DPEX resourcing. I'm calling out DPEX here because it's really crucial. See, technology is all pervasive. Today, you can't do anything unless you do a good job of leveraging technology, right? So we will do it in a thoughtful manner and all the things that you heard, but we will do it with a sense of urgency. And finally, own the change. 80% alignment, 100% commitment. So this is what I wanted to share with you. I also want to tell you about Sergei Bubka. I think we have some colleagues from Russia here. He's an athlete I really admire. He broke the world record, not 10 or 15 or 20 times. He broke his own world record 35 times. He used to, and this is his quote. He says, the strategy of my coach and me was, we looked at the pictures of best pole vaulters, and we picked up the best things about them, and we created a person that never existed. This is what he said. He broke the world record 35 times. It's an unbelievable thing. You should actually watch the video, how every time a few millimeters, he will keep raising it by a few millimeters, and he was unbeatable. So this is what, you will hear tomorrow, we have spoken to many companies, FSC. We have spoken to Reliance, Infosys, Wipro, HP, Indorama, Vedanta, to understand how they're doing things differently. And there are many things we have learned, but we are not going to copy any of them. We will take the best practices from them, and we are going to create a new Dr. Reddy's Finance. That's what we are going to do. All right? Thank you. So we will not do any Q&A today. I just wanted to set the context of transformation. You will hear a lot more about it tomorrow on what we are going to do and how we are going to do. And we are going to have about an hour, Ashok, 45 minutes to an hour, whatever time it takes to answer your questions. I am sure you have a lot of questions in mind. We will answer all the questions, but when we get out of the room, what do we want to do? 80% alignment, 100% commitment. Thank you.
Thank you, Parag, for sharing your thoughts with us. As Parag has said, transformation is a combination of digital as well as talent, and everyone amongst us has a pivotal role to play in it. So transformation is not a process or an activity, but it's a journey that everyone has to cover. Without transformation, organizational growth and personal growth may come to a standstill.
So guys, what is GFM without a group photo? It's time to create a timeless memory of GFM 2023. Request all of you to gather around the pool for a group photo, after which we have made arrangements for tea and snack in the same ballroom. Thank you.
At 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. At 4 o'clock, we have a live session with Eres as well. So we would request all of you to come back at 4 o'clock. Please be here at 3:55 sharp after the group photo.
Not fall, right?
checking the sound. I'm checking, guys. You guys, huh? I thought. Hello, can you fix this? Am I audible? A technical glitch. Yeah, let's not stress him. Let's not stress him. Let him work. How are you all? You know, I'm quite surprised because when your leader talking, you are quietly listening, and I thought, oh my God, okay. And then when I come on the stage, the energy was very different. Now, am I audible? That's great. See, let's do this. Do a little warm up. Whenever I raise my hand, you're going to do a 2 beat. That's the beat you're going to do together. What? 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. That's what you're going to do when I raise my hand, okay? Ready? Right, can we all do that now? Ready? Ready? Anybody can sing this song? Rock you! The next one, we are going to do it one more, and then we are going to put it together, okay? This is a butterfly. Can you show some attitude on your body? I like her, I like her. Keep doing, keep doing, keep doing. Can you please come, can you please come? Yeah. She's from Africa, and I've gone to a few countries in Africa, a vibrant culture, yeah, amazing dancing and percussion. Sister, can you teach us some step? Some step for us, for some dance, some. Yeah. Hey. The dance comes from Africa. Yeah, then anything else? Right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot. Neck, neck, go for it. Can you all shout now? Hey! 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 I'm going to teach Indian now. I'm going to teach Indian step for you, okay? No, Indian step. I'm going to teach you. Can you play a folk? I'm going to teach her a South Indian folk. Huh? Let's see how she's doing. Can we all? South Indian folk. Madras. Okay, ready? Everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my God, that's a wonderful energy. Please take a seat. now? How are you all? That's great. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. You know, when I entered the venue, I liked the mantra, let's transform. Why? And also the song they played, let's imagine we all live today. Can we all live to this moment now? Can you celebrate? Is there any celebration without rhythm across the world? No. Is there any celebration without dance? No. Is there any celebration without song? Can we all this together now today? Are you all with me? Are you all with us? Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. Not so good. I'm also not good. Tolerate me. Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 hey. Yeah, yeah, oh. Hey, la, la, hey, la, la. Hey, la, 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 yo. Hey, la, la, hey, la, la. Hey, la, 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 yo. Hey, la, la, hey, la, la, hey, la, la, la. Hey, la, la, hey, la, la, hey, la, la, la. Hey, la, la, hey, la, la, hey, la, la, la. Hey, 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 la, 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 yo. I want to check this, huh? Super, super, huh? Super. Let's do this now. I'm going to take it to the next level, huh? Let's do this. beat. You're going to keep going on, okay? That's a beat. 1, 2, let's drum. Yeah. Keep going. Awesome. Great. What you guys are doing in pharmaceutical industry? Join us. Join us. How's your hands? It's okay? You know, nowadays we don't use our full arms, isn't it? What we do nowadays? Or, what is this? Swiping. No, we forgot we have a arm. So we're going to break it today. We're going to break it. What? Okay, let's see which team is so good. This team is Doctor. Your team name is what? And this team name is called Reddy. Ready, okay? And we'll put it together later, huh? Doctor, are you ready for your rhythm? Okay, that's saying. Are you ready? They are so much ready. What is that? Oh, let's do that. Let's use it, huh? Let's use it. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I'm going to recite the rhythm. You're going to do it, okay? Dum ta, dum dum ta. Dum ta, dum dum ta. They're good. Out of 10, how much we can score them? 2, 5. You see, this is what happens in the world. Huh? When I divide, that's it. Reddy doesn't bother about Doctor now. Now let's see what Reddy is doing, huh? You forgot they are going to score on you. That's the problem, huh? Okay. Dum dum tak tak dum dum ta. Keep going. One, two, three, four. This is what happens. When you seed something, it will come back to you. If you would have given 10 to them, I don't think so. Still, they don't give 10. Okay, now we are going to put it together, the Doctor and Reddy, huh? They are going to do dum ta, dum dum ta, dum dum tak tak, dum dum ta. Now, how's the rhythm? That's what happens when we work together and we adapt. You know, that's the word we are using, right? Your leadership was using adaptability, right? So that's great. Now, can I have few people on the stage from this Doctor team? Can I call you, ma'am? Yeah, please, come on. And yeah, come on. Please, some, another few people. Come on. And the leaders. And can I have some few people from here in the stage, please? Yeah, please, come on. You can leave the drum. We are going to play some beat and they are going to dance for it, okay? You can leave the drum. Yes. That's the one lesson you have to learn. You have to ask questions before coming. Okay. Can we do this? Thank you very much. Please give a round of applause to them. Great. Sorry. Okay, now everybody is going to dance. As I said, no celebration without rhythm, no celebration without song, and no celebration without dance, right? So can you all please get up? We are going to play different beats from different states of India. Okay? Thomas, I want you on Jambe. Can you play Jambe? This one. And I see some few foreigners here. And so I want to explain, we have a lot of states in India. And every state has a music, every state has a kind of rhythms, which you are going to play. You can see our Indian friends, how they are fill in the blanks. They dance, Indians, they dance good. Ready? Okay, we are going to play a rhythm from Gujarat. Anybody there from Gujarat? So Garba. Okay, ma'am, can you please come again? Any other Gujarat people? Anybody? Okay. So we have some few folks from Gujarat. This rhythm called Garba, right? We play this in Durga Puja, all those, right? Yeah, all the time. So Thomas, ready? 1, 2. So you can follow them. Please teach them, okay? Follow them. It's a beautiful. Can I have the foreigners here, please? Let's entertain them. Can I have all the foreigners here, please? Come here. You can teach them, right? You can teach them. Yeah, please, come on. Yeah, please give a round of applause to them. They are in our country. So you are going to teach them why? Thank you for being, yeah. Ooh. Okay, so follow her, okay? Ready, Thomas? What? See, I need some shout from there, okay? Everybody. Everybody is going to shout like, woo, woo, some rhythm, okay? On rhythm, I'll tell you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I have another guest already in my mind. Can I have Mr. Sardarji please here? Sir, so you dance Bhangra, right? Yeah, please, some Punjabis here. So, this is from a very vibrant people, Punjabis, and they have a rhythm called Bhangra. Right? So you see how they are going to dance and how we are going to play. Okay, ready? Before starting, can you teach them some steps? Without music, huh? Oh. Wow. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Ready? One, Punjabi. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you guys want some more? Some more want to learn? Yeah? Oh, my friend. Brother from other mother. May I know your name? May I know your name? US. Oh. I thought he's made of America. Made in America. Steve, thanks Steve. So, how many of people are from South India, like Karnataka, Kerala? So, we are going to play Tapanguttu for you. And the sound pattadu. You have to just dance, huh? Everyone! Everyone! Tamil Nadu. 1, 2, 3, 4! my God. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, please. The last one, the God Wants Land, Kerala. Thomas is from Kerala, so he never leave me without that beat. So Thomas, you got 1 minute. Sorry. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. Please take a seat. How are you now? No. How are you? We lived the life. You know, we lived the life for this 30 minutes, I believe. It's a great energy. Now I present a great singer, and he won a lot of prizes running a live band here. And his name is
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing? All right, so I'm going to make you dance right now. So before that, I need you to warm up. So all of you, I know he made you sit, but I'm going to make you stand again. Can you all please stand up? All right. So this is a health conditioning exercise, okay? You're gonna listen to whatever I say and do as per whatever I say. Are you guys ready for it? Fantastic. So it's a very simple exercise. When I say front, you jump at the front. When I say back, you jump at the back. When I say left, you jump at the left. When I say right, you jump at the right. Is it clear? All right. Can we start with the rhythm? Yeah. Start off with the rhythm, so then I'll give you an instruction. Okay? Yeah. Front, back, left, right, front, back. I saw you, I caught you. And I was saying, you were playing dandiya for the African beat, right? All right, so let's go again. Front, back, left, right. Got you. Okay, I'm going to watch this set right now. Front, back, left. Hey, what is that, yeah? What's that? All right, I got one person here. Let me see how active you guys are here. Back. I tried to fool you. Okay. Left. Right. Front. Back. Okay. So now all clear, right? Everyone are good, right? Now, I'm going to change the instruction. When I say front, you're going to go back. When I say back, you're going to go front. When I say left, you're going to go right. When I say right, you're going to go left. Ready for it? All set?
It's a brain gym, huh? Brain gym.
Okay, ready, here we go. Back. Oh, all right. You guys are very clever. I see that. You see that? Okay. Back. Front. Right. Caught one person here. I'm going to see the middle version right now. Left. What happened? You are still on the same position. What happened? You forgot what to do? Okay. One more time. Right. Someone did that, yeah? Okay. Left. Back. Front. Front. So, everyone are participating here. There is one person who is sitting and watching everyone. I don't know what is happening. All right, so we're good right now. So we have heard the African beat. We have listened to some Kuttu beat. We listened to some Punjabi beat. How many of you from South India? All right. Okay, so basically I am from Bangalore, so. Oh, you have Bangaloreans also here? Okay. So, music does not have language, right? There are a lot of people who don't know the language still trip on that song, right? Did someone trip on that? Despacito. Did someone understand about it? No, right? It's very vibing. So, music does not have a language. I'm going to teach you a song right now. Everyone are going to sing. Though you understand, you don't understand, that's okay. Just be in the groove. Okay? Ready for it? Everyone has to shout out loud, okay, while you're singing. Yeah? Ready? Look at the college. Madutinanti. Nin yar pyadantaro.
I don't know what rhythm I have to play for this.
Check. Okay. Now I want to listen to it from you because you've been very angry. That's okay. You can try it. All right. So you're going to try, okay? Yeah. Ready?
Wow! Please give a round of applause for her.
I want to take a video of you. Okay? I'm going to take a video of you, okay? Is that fine?
Oh my God. you are stressing your mind.
Look at the college. Madutinanti.
Oh.
Nin yar pyadantaro. Madapachinti. Whoa, beautiful. Can we give a big round of applause? Thank you so much for actively participating.
That's a very good one, sister.
Whoa.
You are participating right from starting, huh?
Absolutely. She has a brilliant voice. Thank you so much for that. Everyone together. Look at the college. Madutinanti. Nin yar pyadantaro. Madapachinti. Now I'm not going to help you out. I want you to sing together, okay? 1, 2, 3, go. I see people in the front row doing this. Okay, here we go. Look at the college. Madutinanti.
Marapinanti.
Ninya vyarantaro.
Ninya barataro.
Madapachinti.
Marapasi.
Can I have the rhythm? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at the college. Now you have to dance, okay? All local step. I don't want Western step. I need local tapamuchi, okay? Let's go. Don't stop until I say. Keep dancing. Now you're rinsing the cloth. Now you're cutting the onions. Now you're washing the vegetables. Now washing the plate. It's all on the rhythm. Let that brain go. Innama pannala discovery pogala. Uttava podala adi paadi adala. Already nera machi pappu ella oodi pochu. Where is the party? Adu unga ootla party. Where is the party? Adu namma ootla party. Where is the party? Adu unga ootla party. Where is the party? Adu namma ootla party. Don't stop. Follow me. Ready? You're checking the pocket. You remove the zip. Yeah, keep checking your pocket. That's all. Yeah, easy steps, right? Am I a Zumba teacher here? Yeah? Yeah. Again, flip. Stitching the clothes. Simple dance is very easy, right? That's so tough. I'm pressing the clothes. Pressing the clothes. Now imagine you're hitting the zambo. That's all, you're hitting. On the rhythm. Yeah? I don't see dance. Dance! What happened? Not well? Yeah. Now you're wearing the slippers. You're wearing the slippers, that's all. How do you wear the slippers? How do you wear the slippers? Yeah, that's all, simple. But in the rhythm. Now ladies, you're watching, you're wearing the bangles. Now gents, you're wearing the watch. That's all. Can I increase the tempo? Last 1 minute, okay? Full force, steps, chorus. One, two, three, four. All right. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. You have been absolutely brilliant. It was very, very energetic. Dr. Reddy team, you're absolutely fantastic. Can you all cheer for yourself, please?
Thank you both. I hope you guys all enjoyed. We took you high, drop, and now finish it. And a wonderful, thanks for the opportunity. We enjoyed a lot here, right? More than you guys. We enjoyed, and we collectively created this energy, which is available in the room. Enjoy it and take your day further. I'm so happy to be part of Dr. Reddy's 40th celebration, and I just went through your website. You are providing your services for 0.50 billion, right? 0.5 billion and 1.5 billion you have to go in 2030. And all the best on behalf of Afro Drum Circle to take your journey. And you have a wonderful team. You have the wonderful leader. Just adapt and progress. Thank you very much. We are from Afro Drum Circle. And please provide us a good review if you enjoy. Thank you. And especially thank all the foreigners for your wonderful sportiveness and to be part of you. Thank you very much.
We want to take one selfie with you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? We're taking one selfie with you, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3,
4.
Thank you so much, guys. You have a good one.
Hello. Guys, we need to return the drums back to the original place.
Hello. Hello. चल.
ठीक है 2 मिनट सेटल डाउन होने देते हैं.
अच्छा था. अब बोल ही देते हैं. बोले? हाँ? बोल दे. हेलो. सब तो चल जाए. सब तो निकल गए. यही बोलूं. Okay.
Thank you, Victor and team, for the wonderful session.
Vishaka, since the josh of our audience is already high, don't you think it's time to make their josh even higher?
Absolutely, Nikhil. And it's World Cup time. What could be better than live streaming of India versus England match? So guys, request you all to join us near the pool area for the live streaming of match, and let's enjoy the match with GFM from 6:30 onwards.
Also in tonight's excitement, do not forget to join the session tomorrow in the same room at sharp 9 p.m. in the morning. Sorry, 9 a.m.
So, request the FSC members to stay back.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.